Hello, my peepers. So, some of the Flosstubers have been doing a mid-year WIP parade. I didn't see any, but I was told that they're out there. And I was asked by a couple of my good friends / peepers, will you please do a mid-year WIP parade? So, I have like 80 WIPs. So, go put it on pause, go grab yourself a drink, go to the bathroom, come back, and start this because it's going to be a long one. Okay, so the first one I have things in my bins, and my bins are marked. They're marked. So this is BAPs that are not full coverage, but close to full coverage. And this first one is The Storyteller by Teresa Wentzler. I am not always going to be able to tell you what the fabric is because I don't have my notes in front of me. And when I started this, so I started this years ago. It is a Teresa Wentzler. That's what it will look like. I started this for my oldest son. He loves dragons. He likes Teresa Wentzler as well. And it was on my WIP board. And that's how much I have done. So, yeah. It is a lot of fun to stitch on. I know it's 28 count. It's probably either Lugana or Monaco. But, yeah. So, a quarter of it is done, even the back stitching. And I can't remember if there is beads on this. Let me see. Is there beads on this? It seems like there was. Yes, there's Mill Hill beads. So when I'm all done stitching it, I will put beads on. They're gold petite beads. But, yeah. And I do back stitch as I go along. So, I'm surprised I didn't do the back stitching on the border, because I usually do that. I am doing it, I believe. No, I didn't. Yeah. Sometimes I'll probably wait till this part of it's all done, and then I'll go back and I'll back stitch the rest. But that's The Storyteller. Love it. The thing with Teresa Wentzler is there is a ton of fractionals and a lot of blended threads, which means you're taking one of each color, one of two colors, and you're putting one strand of each together. She does a lot of those. There's probably at least 30. And then the other BAP that's in here, I have 3 in this bin. This one is Rocky Mountain Christmas by Marty Bell. So it will look like this. I started this. This is my oldest WIP. I started this, I believe, in 2001. It is for me. Yeah. And I do this. I do back stitching as I go along. And that's how much is done. So I have almost 3/4 of it done. And it's not quite full coverage, because up here it's not full coverage in the sky, but the rest of it is all full coverage. So I can't remember if there is blended threads on this, but there is a lot of back stitching. A lot of back stitching, and I can't remember if there's fractionals. Yeah, I don't see blended threads. So, and like I said, I'm not sure about fractionals. But yeah, that's Rocky Mountain Christmas. And the other BAP is I Shall Wear Purple by Sue Hillis Designs. And I started this years ago. So, I Shall Wear Purple, Sue Hillis Designs. So it says, when I am an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say, we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick the flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not sweat in the street and set a good example for the children. We will have friends to dinner and read the papers, but maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple. I don't know, I've been wearing purple since I was a teenager because that's my favorite color. So, how much do I have done? I'll show you. A lot. This is huge. So, I have a lot done. I do. This is on 28 count Monaco. Can you see it all? Yeah. So, when you work on the letters, some of the letters have 2 strands and part of the letters have 1. So I use 1 strand, and I do it twice in whatever square or line needs 2 strands. So that works easier, because I'm not going to do 2 strands and go back over with just 1 strand, because the letters, each letter has bold colors or bold lines and light lines. So I just use 1 strand. So there is that bin. Hold on. Another bin that I have are my Nora Corbett and Mirabilias. And one is not in here. I do have a drawer in the dresser of my current WIPs that I work on all year, so those will be at the end. But I am stitching on this one is Luna by Nora Corbett. Nora Corbett is Mirabilia, but Mirabilias are bigger. Nora Corbett's are smaller. So that's Luna. And I'm doing it on this pretty orangey color, orangey coral color. And it's pearlescent. So that's how much I have done so far. Now if I stitch on these, I can pretty much do 1 in a week, as long as that's all I'm doing is stitching on it. And so when I do a quarter of it, then I will back stitch, but I don't put the beads on until the whole thing is completed. And it does have some Krynic in it. And yes, I do. I stitch with all the DMC in the quarter of it, and then I stitch with the Krynic, and then back stitch. So yeah, I don't know what the fabric is. I don't remember all that stuff, or when I started it. Although this might have the, I don't know. Oh, it does. It's by Silk Weaver, and it's 28 count Lugana opalescent, and the color is Inferno. Inferno. I try to put 2 in one bag. This is another Nora Corbett. It is Mary, M-A-R-I. That's what it looks like. There is some Mill Hill beads. I don't see any Krynic in this. Just Mill Hill beads. No Krynic. And this is by Silk Weaver. It's 28 count Cashel linen, and the color is Jamaica Sunset. And again, I cross stitch it all first, back stitch, and then add all the beads once it's all done. But yeah, I love the colors that she uses. And I do have the bead packs. I always get the bead packs. So that's what's in this bag. And I do buy luggage tags, and on each side of the paper it tells what pattern is in here, what project. And then I put it on the zipper pull. And that's this bag. These bags are old. If you see any of these bags that are like this, they're old. Okay, this is not a Mirabilia or a Nora, but it's a Joan Elliott. And this is called Spring Angel. And it will look like this. And I believe it's almost done. And it's from the Cross Stitcher April 1997 issue. This does have Krynic in it, but I can't remember about beads. Yep, there's beads in this as well. So, like I said, I do have a lot done. And when I pulled it out last year, I had to frog a lot of it and restitch it. I can't remember what I had done wrong, but I had to fix it. And this is a 28 count even weave. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. And again, I cross stitch a quarter of it, then I back stitch it. When the whole thing's done, I bead it. Okay. I'm surprised I have it. I don't know why I have it in with the Mirabilias, but I do. The other one is a Nora Corbett. And it's called Cleo. There is Mill Hill beads. I see no Krynic listed. Just Mill Hill. That's Cleo. And let's see. The fabric is a 28 count linen. It's probably from Silk Weaver, because that's all I used to buy my fabric from. So that's probably a Silk Weaver. And that's how much I have done on it so far. So yeah, I'm not sure of the fabric. But yeah. And again, these are quick to do. You can probably do them in a week. The top amount of time would be 2 weeks for me. And as you know, this year is start all the things. So, like, I am starting everything that I possibly can this year And whatever I don't have started by December 1st, I'm probably going to start a new project every day in December, because the next 3 to 5 years, I'm not starting anything unless it's from, is it the Stitchy Witch? The one that did Cryptids and Supernatural. When she comes out with new stitch-alongs, I have to do hers. I just do. Okay. And this one is also from the same company from years ago. So yeah, I have a lot of these. And they work. This one has Giggles in the Snow, the girl, because you know I already did the boy and I finished him. So now I'm doing the girl. And it says Snow Angel. So they're both in the snow, making snow angels. So I finished him last year and now I'm doing her. Does this have beads? Materials. I think so. Yeah, because there's beads in here. I don't see any Krynic, so it must not call for Krynic. You probably can't. Oh, I did do a lot on this. I did a lot on it, more than I thought. And there's back stitching done. So I already did a quarter of it, and now I'm doing, I need to move that. And I did the back stitch. And this stitch is up pretty quick too. She's not very big. And that's on 28 count Monaco. I loved stitching the little boy. Okay, another bag. This one's beach. This has one project in it. There is beads and specialty flosses. This is, I forget what the fabric is. It's by Silk Weaver. It's a solo. I think it's a 32 count. And that's what I have done on it so far. Hold on. So I don't know the color because it says solo. So all the stitching and the back stitching is already done on this quarter, I believe, because I already see back stitching on it. So we're just waiting to do more of this before we add the beads. I love this fabric. Silk Weaver was always one of my favorite companies to buy from. I don't purchase from them anymore because the last time I ordered from them, it's been 2 years and I still don't have my fabric. And they won't answer emails. So, yeah. There is that. I didn't even keep my order number, so I gave up on it. And I've been told by many people they've had the same issue. They never got their fabric. And they also do not answer their phones. Because Silk Weaver's in New Jersey, they don't answer the phone either. Or return phone calls if there's an answer machine. So, unfortunately, they've lost business from customers who were loyal to them. I have another bag, another old one. I need to push my chair in. Okay, this one is a Nora Corbett. And it's called Gigi. Wait a minute, did I show you the pattern for this one? I only showed you the fabric. Hold on, back up. Okay, so it's a Mirabilia and it is Shimmering Mermaid. That was the one I just showed you. So that's what that one is, because I don't think I showed it to you. And yes, this has Krynic and beads. And other floss. I knew I forgot something. I didn't show that to you. Okay, so again, this is Gigi. Absolutely love this. She is almost done. I mean, I could pick her up. I gotta put this one back. And finish her like probably in a day, I think. I know I have a lot done. She is done on a 28 count linen. So, yeah, see, I could finish her up in a day or two. That's because all I have left is here to stitch and then add beads. And then she's done. And I got some more up here too. So part of this dress here, and then through here, and then add the beads. And then she's done. So yeah. Loving it. I have a lot of things. Can finish. Not this year. So the next couple years is just finishes. Finish them as much as you can. And the other one in here is also a Nora Corbett. It is Mermaid Azure. Isn't she pretty? This is a small one. This has Mill Hill beads. I don't think it has any Krynic, just Mill Hill beads. And the fabric is a 28 count Belfast, no, it's 32 count Belfast linen. And the color is a solo, so it doesn't have a color name. And silk weaver. And that's how much I have done. Isn't that pretty? So again, 2 weeks tops to finish her. Yeah. I know, you're all going, why aren't you finishing them? Because this year, ow, I pricked myself with the needle. This year is to start all the things. And that was my goal at the beginning of the year, and Amanda just went and she enhanced it and said, let's start something new every single Saturday and every single Sunday for this year. So far, I've been able to do that. And actually, I will be able to do it the rest of the year. December, though, whatever I won't be able to start. December, I'm starting something different every day, even if it just gets 10 stitches. Because New Year's Eve day, as soon as we get up, it is no adulting day. I'm not partying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm hopefully my family doesn't do Christmas again on New Year's Eve day, because I'm not doing it. I didn't last year because I ended up being sick. But when we get up, every hour on the hour, we're picking up something new to start. Well, because we're only getting an hour, Deanne said, what if we start it with like a couple stitches in December? So when we pick it up, we have a whole hour to stitch on it. And I'm like, that's a good idea. This way, the fabric's already, there's already at least two stitches in there, so you know where you started, and you can go from there. So I thought that was a great idea, so that's what we're doing. Okay, and then I'm using one of these mesh bags. This one has, this one, let's see, this is a Mirabilia. I have something flying around in the air. Like a piece of cat hair or something. Or a piece of my hair. This is Fairy Roses. Isn't she pretty? Fairy Roses. This has beads and Krynic. The fabric is 28 count cashel linen, and the color, and it's by Silk Weaver, and the color is Pixie Dust. Pixie Dust. So it's a good size one because that's all I have done, and that's not even a quarter of it. And I stitched a lot. Isn't that color so pretty? So pretty. Yep. And I think there's another memorabilia in here. Yeah, I see it. So this one is a Nora Corbett, and it's Anna, A-N-A. Anna. Look at those colors. Aren't they beautiful? Love it. So I have this. I do not know the fabric. I do not see the piece of paper for it. That's how much I have done so far. I love stitching these Nora Corbett's. I want more. I want like all of them. All the Bewitching Pixies. I have a lot, but I don't have them all. I know she has one that I really, really wanted on my wish list. I can't remember the name of it. But hopefully I can get it this year. And I'm not going to show you what I want to start this year. This is just the WIPs that are already started. Okay. On to my Haves. So hold on. Let me go grab that bin. Okay. Are we ready for the full coverage? They're not all Haves. I do have a couple other companies that I buy from. I buy from Pain Free Crafts. And then there's a Facebook group. There are 4 designers. I forget the 4. I can tell you in a minute probably. Wherever that is. Oh. So, yeah, Pain Free. And I know I started 2 more that are not Haves, and I don't have them written down on this. Yeah. Okay. Let me get something to drink. So these are the full coverage. They're all on 25 count. Some is Lugana. Some is just 25 count. So this was my WIP go already twice this year. It's the Stocking Treasure Dragon. And it is a Have. The artwork is by Miles Pinkney. And I've got page 1 almost done. So there's page 1. Almost done. So this was before gridded fabric came out. And I bought the nylon red grid thread. But I'll start using my pen to mark it, the lines. What is that? Now I forget. Friction pen. So this goes in. Actually, I gotta put it here. Okay. Another old one that I started on, that stocking, that's for my oldest son. He does not have a Christmas stocking yet that I made for him. I have one, my husband has one, and my youngest son have one. Okay, this is a story keep called Butterflies Galore by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So that's what she will look like. And again, it is on 25 count. I believe I'm almost done with page 2. And page 3 is not very big. It's not it's not a full page. So yeah, but that's how much I have done. And the best thing I love about doing these full coverages, there's no beads and there's no back stitching. And I like working with beads, don't get me wrong, but once you've stitched it, it's done. There's no quarter stitches, 3/4, none of that. So yeah. This bag is by Needle and Bone, I think her name is. It's Tanya or Tanya. And this is Magic Book, and the design is by Michelle Sayeda, who is the owner of Heaven and Earth Designs. And I started this with Kaya, which is Amanda Mayers. I'm never sure if Amanda and Phyllis's last name is Mayer or Meyer. And a lot of black. I'm not even done. So I started doing it. I started doing it by a page. Okay, so there was a page. And then I'm like, no, because I don't want to have lines. So I started stitching it and going all the way across. So that's the end of where it will end. And then when I do stitch on it, I'm just going across. Yep. So it's big. I have a lot to do on this, as you can see. And yes, this is 25 count Lugana. It is gridded. I am doing this one 2/1, or no, 1/1 full cross. My other ones I just showed you are also 1/1 full cross. Okay, so one of the other full coverage is the Cross Stitch Studio. This was on the Facebook group. This is a freebie in their group. It is called Winter Harvest. Isn't that gorgeous? Winter Harvest. I love it. So pretty. 25 count Lugana, 1/1 full cross. So that's all I got done on it, because this year it's just a year to start it all, and I'm trying to show you without the glare. Is it better without that? Can you still see it? No. That's all I got done though. Not a lot. Not a lot. But I think that that is so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, maybe I'm better without the light on. So I can't wait to stitch on this again. I don't know when that will be, but it was a new start this year. Another one that was a new start this year is Simply Meant to Be by Hade. The artwork is by Sherry Gerhardt. It is Jack and Sally and Zero. Yeah, this is for me. And that's all I've gotten done on it. It's probably just all the black or the navy, whatever color. But that's what I have done on it so far. 25 count Lugana, and 1/1 full cross. Okay. Another one that I'm doing, this is by Debbie Towels, I think. She did this bag. And this is Hade Magic Study. It's the rainbow version. I started this last year in January. It was with Pop Culture Stitching Challenge group. The artwork is by Rose Kahn. It is a library. It has a fairy. It has dragons, little dragons all over, which is hard to see the little dragons, but they're in there. Look at all those pretty colors. This one, I decided to do, is it this one? Yeah. This one, I'm doing 2/1, a half a stitch. So I'm not doing a full stitch, I'm doing half a stitch. So that's what I have done so far. I wanted to try doing one that just has half a stitch, which is called what? Don't ask me, my brain does not function anymore like it should. It's called something. I can't remember the name. But yeah, so you got butterflies and look at that. You got the chandelier, and there's part of a dragon right here. We got like a butterfly up here, and then lights, the lights that are in the room, fairy lights. Yeah, I cannot wait to work on this again. I know you guys are yelling at me the name of what a half a stitch is called. 10th stitch. There, I must have heard someone. I must have been Deanne. Deanne's probably going, it's a 10th stitch. Stitch. Okay, and another one. This one was also a freebie from Charting Creations, and it's called Halloween Forest. So you know me and my Halloween and autumn colors. I am doing this 1/1 full cross. Like I said, this is the only one I'm doing a 10th stitch. So I wanted to try it. And so I started that, and that's what I have done on it so far. So there is a lot of colors just in this section. And I do bring out the colors. I don't end it right at the edge of a row. I do bring it out if it needs to come out. Otherwise, if it ends at the end of that row, that's where it ends. Well, right here, you can see where I brought some colors out further. So it won't have like a, I don't notice a line in people's work. Some people notice a line, I don't. But I'm doing this with Jen, which is Jen's World of Stitches. This is also with Jen's World of Stitches on her channel. This is called Kitty Heaven, and it is a Hade. It is by Amy Stewart. It is a craft room full of cats. There are cats all over in here. So I thought this would be cute. Again, 25 count Lugana gridded fabric. 1/1 full cross. So you can see the spools of yarn or fabric. Yeah. got that much done. I have a lot of full coverages, and I'm not even done. There's a lot more I'm starting this year. I know, I'm crazy, but they're my favorite. This bag was made for me by Deanne. Absolutely love it. I have a matching grime guard, which was made for me by Danielle. And this is a Hague Quick Stitch Lawn-Tailed Snowy by Annie Rodrigue. Isn't that cute? I'll get back to him once I finish Rosie. And Rosie is not in this because she's in the drawer, and I will pull her out later. So if you're saying, where is the such and such, I'll pull that out at the end of towards the end of the video. So that's how much I have done on Snowy. And again, 25 count, gridded Lugana, 1 strand over 1 full cross stitch. I've tried doing 2 strands and it's too bulky for me. A lot of the other girls, they're doing 2 strands and it looks nice, but when I tried doing it, it just looks too bulky for me. So it might be the way our tension is in our stitching. This is another old one. Heaven and Earth Designs used to have a bulletin board, and this was a stitch-along on there in 2013. It was Literate Dragon by Randall Spangler. So that's what he looks like. I love Randall Spangler. Mine is on 25 count, even weave. 1 over 1 full cross, and it was before gridded fabric came out, so I was using that plastic red thread. So I have like page 1 is done. There's 4 pages, I believe. So page 1 is done. Another one that I started a long time ago, it's another Randall Spangler. It is Boo. Boo. A lot of these, this was a paper chart. It wasn't a PDF. I now want it in a PDF. So I may have to purchase it again as a PDF when I get back to it. I don't have much done on it. And it's on 25 count even weave, and that's all that's done. So I may even, I don't know, I'll probably finish it on this. I'll just mark with my Friction pen. But that's it. 25 count even weave, 1 over 1 full cross. I love them. They're so cute. I love the little dragons. I love Randall Spangler. So there's quite a few Hague designers I absolutely love, and he's one of them. So I knew about Randall Spangler way before Diamond Painting because he's been doing cross-stitch charts for years. And he now has a coloring book, I believe. Okay, here's another one I started a long time ago. This was also a stitch-along on the bulletin board, and it's Stitch-Along Rapunzel by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. This is confetti hell, let me tell you, all up in here and in here, confetti hell. That's all I can say. 25 count even weave. got that much done. But I put it away for so long because of all the confetti in here. But I'm getting better with working with confetti. But this had a lot of color blocking, so I did a lot of the color blocking. So that's how much is done. But look at the detail. Yeah, confetti hell. I don't mind confetti in diamond painting, but in cross stitching, this is one that I saw. I think it's Hannah Dowling. She was doing this on her channel, and I'm like, oh my god, I need that. So this is called Spider Queen. It's a Haid Spider Queen, and the designer is Little Fairy Art. Look at that. OMG. OMG. Love it. Love the mask. Love masquerades. And the colors just, whew. I saw her doing this, and I'm like, oh, gotta go buy it. I had to. I did. I had to. I know you're saying I didn't, but yes, I did. And 25 count Lugana. That's all I have done. 1/1 full coverage. Yes, I do. I still have another one. I have more too, but they're in my WIP drawer of the ones that I stitch on all the time. Okay. This one is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith. It's a Haid Faces of Fairy 66, and that's what she looks like. She's got feathers, and there's a cat. Isn't she cute? Love it. So mine's on 25 count even weave, 1/1 full coverage, and I have like page 1 done. Page 1 is done. Look at her eyes. Her eye, I should say, one eye. So that's it. That's in this bin. So I'm going to pause it, and we will get out another bin. Okay, next bin. Need a drink. This is my miscellaneous bin. This has like Shannon Christine, Doreen Jones, all my Stitch-alongs, Tiny Modernist, anything like that. So this is a Doreen Jones. It is Halloween Enchantress from the Just Cross Stitch October 2021 issue. Yes, it's fallen apart. I am almost done with her. Almost done with her. The top half of it was a total pain in the ass. She has a lot of quarter stitches, a lot of Kreinik. And the quarter stitches were a pain in the ass. I frogged one section 4 times and found out that section was right. It was the section up above it. Yeah. Yep. So I put it aside for a long time because it was pissing me off. But look, she is almost done. The worst part of it is done. So I need to finish this last quarter of it, do the back stitch, and then add the beads, because there's beads on this. She's so pretty. But oh my God, what a pain in the ass. And the color, I believe this is, it is 14 count Ada because I wanted the color it called for. And I couldn't get it in a 28 count. So it is 14 count shale by Picture This Plus. I wanted it in the 28 count, but I couldn't get it anywhere. So I got it in the 14, which is another reason why I hated the quarter stitches. I hate doing quarter stitches on Ada. But she's almost done. Yep. She's getting there. Once I got past the top half, the bottom half started stitching much quicker. Much quicker. But yeah, if you don't mind quarter stitches, get a color similar to this. If you can't get it on 28 count, I would get a different color. Okay, I'm doing this stitch along with the zoomers. This is Tiny Modernist. It is Ocean Pearl. The stitch along is done. I don't have it. I don't have the finished of what it looks like finished, but there was that part. It was the first part. I did start mine, and the fabric is by Enchanted Fabrics. It is Mystique 28 count Lugana, and the color is Raindrop. Because I didn't have a green like that, but I thought this was really pretty. So that's what I have done so far. Love this fabric. But yeah, the stitch along ended. It'll get pulled out again sometime. I don't know when. Okay, another stitch along that a group of us are doing is Stitchy Shed. Let me get it out of the bag. This is by Erin Elizabeth Designs. It is Shannon Christine's sister or sister-in-law. So, what's this? Oh, I had an extra piece of fabric. Stitchy Shed by Erin Elizabeth Designs. And I started it. So that's how much I got done on it. It's got pretty colors. I love the colors in it. Yeah. So Stitchy Shed. And it's just cross stitching. There's no specialty stitches. And if there's back stitching, there's not a lot. There is some back stitching, but there's not much. Okay, and then a stitch along that's going on now is by Abby Sue Designs. It's Polaroid Princess stitch along. So I started the frame. So, yeah, I started the frame. This is on 28, no, is this, what's this on? It's on 14? Yeah, this is on, no, 18 count Ada. So I'm doing this on 18 count Ada. So that's all I did. Just that. So yeah, Polaroid Princess Stitch-Along Abby Sue Designs. I like her stitch-alongs. Okay, we are doing a glass series by Carolyn Manning. You could do any of her glass patterns. I am doing Valentine glass. Isn't that pretty? And I'm doing mine on a 14 count pink Ada because she doesn't do quarter stitches, fractionals, none of that. So I'm doing it on Ada. I don't mind doing hers on Ada. So yeah, that's how much I have done so far. So I've got this frame done up here and down through here. And then I just started doing the black. I think it was the black, yeah, the black. And then I can fill in. Okay. There's also a Carolyn Manning stitch-along, so this also counts for that. Then there's a few of us in the Anytime Zoom that is doing the Princess in the Castle. It's the Princess in the Castle. It's all one color. I'm doing mine in purples. In a purple, mine's on 28 count Monaco. So that's how much I have done. And the color that I'm doing it is Pansy Purple by Classic Colorworks. So that's what I'm using on it. Pansy Purple by Classic Colorworks. So she started anyways. This also was made by Deanne. Love my bags that Deanne makes. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. It is Quick Stitch, Fred and Albert. The artwork is Annie Rodriguez, and we call this Snowy's Creepy Cousin. So that's what it looks like. And I also have a matching grime guard. It does call for Krynic. I use the Treasure Braid PB10. It's easier to work with. And I have that much done on them so far. And we say that Snowy is Rosie's boyfriend. And I don't know why he's in there. He should be in my Haid. Let me put him in my Haid bin. Because I don't know how he got put in there. I just thought of that. He's in the wrong bin. Okay. And then I have a stitch along with Story Stitches. This is part of your World Stitch Along. And so that's what it'll look like. I started it on this fabric. I don't know what the fabric is off the top of my head. So where's the top? Right there. So that's what I have done so far. Love this fabric. And I started in the center. Okay, this is another one. It's a stitch-along that started in the fall of 2021. It is Tale as Old as Time by Story Stitches, and I don't think I have a picture of it. Oh, I have this. I must have it in here somewhere, what it looks like when it's done. I think, do I have a picture of it? I know it looks like that. And then you just fill in the rooms whatever they tell you to. So, yeah. So this tells you what rooms go where. So I did start it this year. And the fabric I'm using is Grace Notes Fabrics. The color is Earl Grey. It's 28 count Lugana. Okay, I have to find the top. Okay, that's the top. So that's what I have done so far on it. That's it. Not much. But this year started all. Didn't matter how many stitches you did. You just had to start them all. Okay. I need more of these plastic bags. I love these. I am doing The Nightmare Before Christmas stitch-along, and that is also by Story Stitches. And I started it on 28 count Lugana by Fortnite Fabrics, and the color is Sandy Waters. Sandy Waters. So that's what I have done so far. I believe this is the right. I believe. Isn't that pretty? I love this fabric. It's so pretty. So yeah, just sat down with a bunch of the black and went away on it. How you guys doing? Need a break? Just hit that pause button. We still have a lot to go. I'm serious. Okay, this is a Shannon Christine. It's Hello Spring. I do want to start the summer one. I don't think I started the summer one. But this is Hello Spring. Isn't that pretty? And I'm doing this on a 28 count Monaco that I had. I don't know the color, but that's what I have so far. So we got an umbrella and part of a letter. And I started this with a group of people. A group of Zoomers. We do a lot of stitch-alongs together. We start them, some finish them. Okay, and then another one of the old bags from the old company. I think they're still in business, but I can't remember the name of them. So much stitching or something. This is another old WIP. It is from Cross Country Stitching, June 2008. And this is called S is for Stitcher. So it'll look like this. S is for Stitcher. And I have a lot of it done. And again, that's the issue. That's what the cover looks like. June 2008. Right? Is that what I said? Yep, June 2008. Mine is on 28 count Monaco. I don't know what that's for. And I have that much done. And this does not take me long to do. So there is some back stitching. I don't think there was any quarter stitches, fractionals at all. Just some back stitching. That's how much I have done. 28 count Monaco. Okay, so let me get this bin put away and we will pull out another bin. Okay, we have Christmas bin. This is in the Christmas. It could go in my full coverage either way. It didn't matter. But I don't have many Christmas, so I put it in the Christmas bin. And this is White Santa with Christmas Tree. It is by Luca S. It is a full coverage. It's a kit. It comes with everything that you need. Is it 14 count? I don't remember. Comes with Ada anyways. And there's a group of us that are stitching this together. So I have this much done. You can't see a lot of it because it's white on white fabric or cream. But that's what I have done on it so far. And yeah, so did I show it to you really well? Yeah, White Santa with Christmas Tree. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So, I don't know when I will get back to that. Sometime. Because I love this. I love their kits. Okay. This is another one of the old bags. And what is this one? Unless, I don't know. I don't see, I don't have a WIP in this, so never mind. I didn't start anything yet. I didn't start anything yet. Nope. Okay. So, I don't know why it's in here though. So there is no WIP in this. Okay. A bunch of us are doing this as a stitch-along. It's Christmas cups, seasonal collection. They do not look like cups to me. They're more like teapots. And it's by Le Petites. They call them Christmas cups. They look like teapots to me. So yeah, so there's 9 of them plus the frame. So I started doing the frame. So I have this much done. This is a 28 count Monaco. So I have that much done. So I decided I'm just going to do that much of the frame, and I'm going to do the first teapot in here. But that's what I have started. Yes, Monaco is my first favorite fabric, and then Lugana. Monaco is a heavier feeling. It's a, I don't need like a thicker feeling. I just like how it feels, but it's not, it's soft as well. And a Shannon Christine Sweet Wishes. Isn't that cute? Loving it. And I got a lot done on it already. So this was a new start this year. So all of these that I've been showing you are new starts this year. So that's what I have done. So as you can tell, I don't have much left to do. Yeah. Another Shannon Christine, because I absolutely love her. This is Winter Snow Fun. Look at those colors. Ugh. Yes. Love the colors. And this is on a 28 count Monaco. So that's what I have done so far. Isn't that cute? And the colors work really well on this. I didn't have any more of a color like this, so I'm like, I'm going to try it on this, and you can still see the blues. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Another, this is a Doreen Jones. Looks like that. Gingerbread houses, because I absolutely love gingerbread houses. I do. I love the houses. And I am doing mine. It's a pearlescent. I don't know what else it is. I don't have the paper, but that's what I have done so far. Just that much. But it's a start. Yeah, isn't that fabric beautiful? So I don't remember what it is. I'm sure it's a silk weaver, and it isn't opalescent. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a shimmery. It's shimmery. Really, really shimmery. I know you can't tell, but yeah. Really pretty. And then a couple of us are doing this Tiny Modernist Jolly Christmas Bell Pull. I have gotten hooked on Tiny Modernist as well. She's right up, it's right up there with Shannon Christine, Erin Elizabeth, and Doreen Jones. Yep. Another designer I absolutely love And so I started in the center. This is a 28 count Monaco, and so that's what I have done so far. Stop here. Yep. Whenever I stitch on 28 count, I always do 2 over 2. So I know I haven't been telling you that, but that's what I always do. Another from the same, I forget, I think it's from the same company. I don't know what's in here. These are small kits that I started this year for the start all the things, and some of them won't even take that long to finish because they're small. So this is Santa Snowman by Wizards. So that's what it'll look like. And this is how much I have done. So like I said, he's almost done. And this one is a wire whimsy. It is, what's the name of it? Snowman with sunflowers. This is done on perforated paper. And this one is on perforated, it's not in plastic, it's vinyl. What do they call it? I think that's what they call it. Perforated vinyl. This says brown plastic canvas, but it's a vinyl. And that must be it there. That's how much I have done. But it's a vinyl. It's like what they use in the Christmas, in the counting cross stitch mugs, the coffee mugs, but it's the vinyl. And every month, Stony Creek has a free pattern. It's not downloadable. You have to pay the shipping. When you go and order it, it will tell you what materials you need. So this is this one. It is, what was it called? Merry Mistletoe. So when you order the chart, you can order the little ornament thing. You can order whatever fabric, whatever threads that you need, buttons, whatever. So I always order the specialty threads and the buttons and the little ornament thing. So that's how much is done on him. So he's almost done. Isn't he cute? Yes. So I like getting them. I only have a couple. I wish I was able to order one every month. I'm hoping maybe next year, because I like doing these. They're really, really cute. So that's the little smalls. I wanted to do another Doreen Jones. This one is called Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Isn't that cute? I know. I love it. And a lot of the stuff that I stitch, if you want to buy it, let me know. This one, the fabric is Grace Notes Fabrics, 28 count Lugana, and the color is called Fermata. I like stitching. I don't have the money to frame them, And so I just like stitching them. But that's how much I have done on that so far. And isn't that color pretty? I like that. It's just that you're supposed to charge 1 cent per stitch and half a cent per back stitch. And so it adds up. A Haid, you know, if you bought a Haid, that's like a couple $100 just for one Haid. So, yeah, like those, the gnomes that I did last year, they're like $65 for one, for a gnome that I stitched. So to me, it's kind of expensive, but I guess for people that don't stitch, or they do but don't like doing the bigger things, it's probably worth it. Okay, this was given to me for my birthday because I love the Luca S. Heidi did this and she stitched it on her channel. This is Christmas interior. When she did this, her fireplace looked real. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm like, I really want that. So she got this for me. I can't remember if it was her, just her, or a bunch of them chipped in and got, I think a bunch of them chipped in and got this for me. I have a lot of amazing friends that have been really generous to me this year. They've made me cry because this year's been really tough financially, that I haven't been able to buy a lot of stuff. I do when I can, but yeah, I have some awesome friends, and I'm gonna cry again. I'm trying not to, but yeah, it comes with the fabric. Like, that's how much I have done. So yeah, my friends know who they are and how much I appreciate them. Okay, next bin is Halloween. That will take me the longest. Okay, are we ready for the Halloween bin? These are all just cross-stitch magazines. I think that's pretty much all that's in here. Not all, but most of it. Okay, so from the 2012 just cross-stitch Halloween issue, this is going to take me a while. I am doing Witch's Brew. Okay, we're at the point now where I need my glasses. Page 58. So again, the 2012 Halloween issue. I started Witch's Brew, and it is done on the fabric it called for, which is 28 count Gothic cashel linen from Picture This Plus. So let me take care of this. I don't need this. Okay, so it is it this one? No, this one. Okay, so yeah, so all I've gotten done is her hands. That's all I got started on it, was her hands. That fabric pretty? I love it. So this was a new start. All of these were new starts this year for Start All the Things. Okay, did I do start that one? I don't think so. Why did I print it up? Okay, Witch's Hat. This is Witch's Hat. Absolutely love it. Love sunflowers in the Witch's Hat. And that is done on 28 count dusk cashel linen from Picture This Plus. Is this it? No, that's not it. This is. So I got that much done. So yeah, new starts. Like I said, this will probably take me the longest because I have to go through the magazine and find the pictures. Okay. Halloween pumpkin. That's Halloween pumpkin. And that's done on 28 count Echo cashel linen from Picture This Plus. And I think that's it. That's what I have done so far. Then, what else? Is that it? I have other fabric here. So, let me see. There might be a reason why I didn't start this one. Page 23. Oh, yeah. That's why. Because I need specialty. I want to do this. I haven't started it yet. And it's done on 32 count Lagana. Monster Mash is the color. But the floss is, it's called Wings and Things. The floss is Gloriana silk floss, and then I need a Krynic, and I need a button. But I don't have the Gloriana, and I didn't want to use DMC on this. I really, really wanted that variegated look. And that's all one color. So I need to get that. So that's it out of this magazine. We have a lot. I told you this is going to be a long video. I warned you all. Yep. Okay. And this one is just cross stitch 2014, the special collector's edition. So this is a thicker, and I believe this was the first one. So let's see what ones we need to find. So this one is called Witchy Tea Time. And there's only like 2 or 3 colors. Witchy Tea Time. Cute. So I started in the center. And Halloween Hoot Owl. Oh, I didn't show it to you. Where is it? What page was that one? I will find it. Right here it is. So yeah. And I started using, I think, fabric I had laying around, but it might have called for, I might have the one it called for. I don't know. I don't remember that part. Okay. We have Scary Night. Scary Night is that. And that's what I have done on it. So I only needed a small piece of this fabric. That's it, right? Yeah. Scary Night. That's how big it'll be. So I still have a lot of fabric left over from that. Okay, next. Halloween Skull. So the papers you're seeing me pull are the working copies. I make a copy. There it is. Halloween Skull. It's a lot of color blocking. So once I really sit down and stitch on this, I will actually be able to get a lot done, because there's no back stitching, there's no fractionals, it's just a lot of color blocking. But I like skulls and Halloween, so, you know, had to do that one. So now I gotta find that. Is that it? That's not it. This is. And I'm doing it on 32 count Jaslyn, and the color is Antique Gold by Silk Weaver. So I'm trying to figure out, that must be the top. So I started in the center. And how do I always know where the top is? Because I try to use like the hemmed piece. I don't know what you call that. The binding on either the top or the left side. And sometimes if there's not any of this, then I make a notch on the top left corner with my scissors. So I always know where the top is. So, and I didn't stitch, it didn't take me long just to stitch that part. So a lot of color blocking. So as you can see, the next few years, I'm going to have a lot of fun finishing things. Okay, what else? Did I start something else in here? Yep. I started Hoot Owl 41. He is adorable. This is Hoot Owl. I love it. DMC, it calls for Sullivan's, but I went and I Googled Sullivan's to DMC conversion, and so I'm using DMC. But that's Hoot Owl. And is that it? Nope. This is Hoot Owl. Hoot Owl, look at him, he's so cute. This is 28 count Lugana, the color is Chime, and it's by Picture This Plus. I love him. And there's, I don't see any fractional stitches, but there's a lot of back stitching. Then also from this magazine, I'm doing Trick or Treat. It's a design by Joan Elliott. Trick or Treat. And let's see, got to cover up the chart. So that's what it will look like. Another one that'll be fast to stitch. There is a little bit of quarter stitches, not much. I see one, just a couple. There's not many, but there is some back stitching. And he is this one. So I actually wrote top because you won't see it, but yeah, I got the frame done and I started the cat. So it's not very big, not very big at all. And so that's what I have started on that. And then the other one I started, which is a freaking pain in the ass, make sure you have all the colors that you need. This is called Halloween Collage. It calls for DMC and weeks, and you're going to want the weeks because it makes it look better. But the thing is, you got these Celtic knots, and there's a lot of fractionals. I had to backstitch most of this corner and redo it. And I didn't go any further because I really, really want the next color that's Weeks Dye Works. So I can keep going in order because, you will make too many mistakes. I don't know why I just showed you the chart. I don't like showing the chart. So, I'm sorry. I meant to show you the picture. Okay, so you got these Celtic knots. Yeah, and see all the different colors? So you kind of want to do them in order because to keep counting over, you're going to make too many mistakes. At least I did because I'm a moron. And this is 28 count Monster Mash Cashel Linen from Picture This Plus. So again, that's all I got done because I got all of that done, and I got down to here and it wasn't meeting up. So I had to tear out a lot of it. I had to frog. And so I'm like, I am not doing any more until I can get the next color in here to work with it. So, yeah. So like the next couple years, when a project is picked for the month, I'm going to pick it like a month early so that if I need specialty flosses, I can order them. My working copies, I don't want to forget those. My working copies. Did I start this? If I didn't start them, I'm not going to put them back in the bin. I had this out for a reason, but I don't see the fabric in here, so I don't know why this was pulled out. Because the fabric's not in here. Well, I'm not putting that back in. Oh, I know, I wanted to do that, but I'm out of my black fabric. So I'm going to set that aside. This is, I might put this in my other bin. I think I'm going to put my Carolyn Mannings all in the other bin. I have this in the Halloween because it's the pumpkin patch. But I think I'm going to put it in with my other Carolyn Manning and the Shannon Christines and all those. So I'm going to move it into the other bin. And this is what I have done so far. I love this. It is so pretty. And I love doing the Carolyn Mannings because there's no specialty stitches, no back stitching, at least not on the ones I've started. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's going in the other bin. Where is the other bin? Oh, in front of me. I gotta move things around in here when I'm done here. So that's gonna go in this bin. Okay, for my birthday we started Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. And this is my fabric. It is an Ada. There isn't any specialty stitches. Look at that. I started in the center, or close to the center. This fabric is so pretty. I forgot what it is. I think it called, whatever it called for I bought, and I didn't like it. It was too dark. This calls for Murky, 40 count Murky Newcastle linen by Picture This Plus. I don't stitch on 40 count, have never attempted it. So I figured out what the measurements were to do it on. I don't know. It might be 18 count. I don't remember. I do have it written down somewheres, but yeah. So that's what I have started. And this could go in the others for stitch-alongs, but it is a Halloween to me, so I'm keeping it in the Halloween ones. And it's the Haunted Library stitch-along, and that was by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. So like the first part that came out was the staircase, so I did that. And so for each one that came out, it's called a chapter. That's what I stitch on when it's pulled. So I have this much done, and I don't remember what the fabric is. I know it's written down in my notebook, if I knew what it was. And where is my needle? I do keep my needles with the projects. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's right here. So yeah, that's how much is done on it. Like I said, I stitch a lot of these just because I like it. And if you want to purchase it, just make me an offer. I have a bin, one of those big Rubbermaid bins that you put all your holiday ornaments and stuff in. It's chock full of finishes. There's probably a few things I would never sell, but most of it I would. Okay, we have Just Cross Stitch annual Halloween issue from September, October 2011. So it looks like that. And this is I'm trying to find the sunflowers and pumpkins. I absolutely love this pattern. Love it. And I'm doing a little bit at a time and back stitching as I go along, because there's a lot of back stitching and there's different colors. So I'm just going to kind of do it as I go along. And the top. Where's the top? There's the top. Right? Top. Top. There's the top. There's my See the notched edge? So that's how much I have done on that. So I think of Amanda when I think of this. But I also love pumpkins and sunflowers. So that's the only one started from this magazine. As I think this magazine, I've already done quite a few in it, and they're finished. Okay. We have a lot of starts in this. This is just Cross Stitch Halloween Collection Fall 2011. This is a book instead of a magazine. It's a book. And I have started a lot. Did I start? I didn't start them all. I wonder why. So we're going to pull this out. I didn't start this. So I'm wondering if that one needed specialty stitches. It needed Krynic, but I don't know. I must have started it. Did I start this? Yeah, I must have, because it's cut off. I cut that off from here. Did I start it? Yes, I did. Okay, I did start it. So it's called Haunted House. And it's going to be hard for me because this is a book. So that's what it's going to look like. And it's on 28 count Lugana Haunted. The color's Haunted by Picture This Plus. So that's what I have done on it so far. I started in the center. Yes, I have a lot of Halloween started. Okay. Wonder what that one went to. I don't know. This one here, 33, is Halloween Wreath. And the fabric is called Cauldron, 28 count Lugana by Picture This Plus. Okay. So I started there. This is page 24. This book's falling apart. Oh, I am doing Knock Knock. It's called Knock Knock. And I didn't notice. No, that's not an empty. Oh, yeah. So this black part is a cat. You see the eyes? I didn't see that when I looked at this until I started stitching it, and then I noticed the black cat. It's in the pumpkin. And that is done on 28 count Lugana. Color is called the Prink by Picture This Plus. So I got quite a bit done. Yeah, see? So once I started stitching, I'm going, wait, that's an eye. So then I got looking at the chart buyer, I'm going, it's a cat. And I didn't notice it before. It's a really pretty orange color. that doesn't go in here. So then the next one was, let's see, page 6. Oh yeah, so I love doing the mandalas. So this is called Spirited Mandala, or mandala, however you pronounce it. I love doing these. And the fabric is 28 count Lugana. The color is Voodoo by Picture This Plus. Voodoo. Is that it? Yeah. Voodoo. And my working copies. And did I start this one? I don't think so. I have a few, no, I didn't start them yet. So this is going over here, and I did not start this one yet, so that's going over there to go in my to-do pile. Okay, so that's not all the Halloween. I did start some in this one. This is the 2020 Halloween issue. Okay, what's this? Is that this? Did I not? Why didn't I? Did I start that? Yes. Okay. Okay, so I believe I started. Is that what this is? So let me see. Okay, so Cat-o'-lantern, page 78. Cat-o'-lantern is that one. And is that what this is? Yep. So I started it. That's all I got done on the Cat-o'-lantern. Let's see. I started this one, page 84. Page 84 is Trick or Treat. This is by Doreen Jones. Trick or Treat. And I believe that's, is that what this one? Yeah. I believe that was this. Yeah. So I started like her face. So that's all you can see. There's not much. It's very faint. So that was the face. Why didn't I start the other one? I wanted to. I don't know why I didn't start it. I need to keep this pulled aside because I forgot that one. Okay, then I'm doing these ghosts and goblins selfies, spooky selfies. Page 49. They are spooky selfies. They're cute little ghosts. And I'm counting one. All four of them will count as one. So I started selfie number one. And then I have spare fabric for the other ones. But I have this here, and I didn't start it. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. I didn't start her. I got cut it out. Maybe the... I wonder why I didn't start it. I planned on it. Okay. But I didn't. So I still have one more to start in here. Wonder if that's why I kept it up here, because I was going to start that this weekend. And it didn't happen. So maybe next weekend. So I'm going to keep that up here. What else do I have? Okay, so some other things that are sitting here that I'm showing people for the end of the month. You know how I like the last day of the month or the beginning of the month, what I stitched on in July. So I started Forever in Peace by Sweet Wing Studio. Forever in Peace. This is a stitch along that a group of us is doing. My fabric is a Swiss Mocha 28 count Lugana by Grace Notes Fabrics. So that's what I've gotten done. So yeah, I'm not done showing you guys. I still have more. Let me put you on pause for a minute. Okay. Another one that a bunch of us started together is a Tiny Modernist, the Stitch WIP. And that's what it looks like. I started mine in the center. Mine's on a 28 count Monaco. So that's what I had. Oh no, so I did a quarter of it. So that's what I have done so far. Is there back stitching? There's a little bit of back stitching, not much. I think, and I don't think there's any fractional. I'm not positive. But yeah. That's what I have done so far. So you'll see this again in July's Flosstube. Okay. Oh, I do have another one to show you too that I started in this month. So this is the ongoing one. I work on this every Friday. That is my cross stitch weekend. This is Chessie by Ash Evans. It is a Haid. I saw Stitchman Darcy working on this, and I said, oh my god. First of all, it's Danielle's fault, because Danielle says you have to go watch Darcy and go to minute whatever. Well, I started it from the beginning. When I got to that minute, I'm like, oh my god, yes, I have to do it. I am just now starting Chessie. And again, 1/1 full coverage. 25 count Lugana gridded. Yes. Loving it. I'm loving this. I love the colors. Love the colors. So that was in here. Another one of my old bags. And of course, Rosie. And the bag was made by Deanne. The grime guard was made by Danielle. This is Quick Stitch Curly Tailed Rosie by Annie Rodrigue. This is Snowy's girlfriend. That's what we say. Yes. Isn't she beautiful? I've like 50% done, or close to 50% done. I think. I don't remember. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I have a lot done on her though. 25 count gridded Lugana, 1/1. This does have Krynic. I love stitching on her. So we pull her out and stitch on her every other Saturday night. And once she's done, then I will pull out Snowy for the every other weekend. I started, I think this is another cousin of Snowy's. This is Quick Stitch Brown Tailed Sunshine by Annie Rodrigue. I think he was another distant cousin. Him or her, I'm not sure. And I got that much done. I did. I got a lot done on that. I love the colors. You know, my color palette is fall, autumn, jewel tones, and Halloween purples. Hey, another stitch along that some of us in Zoom are doing. Yes, I know. I have a lot of stitch alongs. Tell me about it. This is On the Beach by Stitch Rovia. I started in the center, like in here. And the fabric is Fortnite Fabrics, 28 count even weave. It did not have a color on the tag. But yeah, that's so they have done so far. Yep, that's it. I told you this was going to be at least a 2-hour long video. Intermission. We're almost to the end. We are. Okay, and the other new stitch along that I started with a group of people in Zoom. I love stitching this. I wish I had the floss. I wish I had gotten the over-dyed floss, but I didn't. I'm using regular DMC, and it still is so cute. And it is Turtle Quaker by Owl Forest Embroidery. Look at them turtles. Aren't they freaking cute? Yeah. I am loving this. This is on 28 count Monaco. And I started with the big one in the center and did a couple small ones, and then up here started another turtle. I just love this. I think it is so cute. It stitches up quick. So I don't know when I'll get back to it, but this will go in the miscellaneous. Okay, so I'm going to put you on pause again because now I got to go pick out some of the WIPs that I'm working on a lot. So I'll be right back. You won't even miss me. Did you miss me? I'm back. Yes. Okay, so this is a stitch-along with the Zoomers. And we started this New Year's Eve last year. It is Nora Corbett Minerva. Love it. It doesn't have any Kreinik, but it does have Mill Hill beads. And I'm doing mine, I believe, on 28 count chocolate. 28 count Lugana chocolate milk by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I do have the bead pack. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have done so far, like all the black. I was doing as much of the black as possible. So I got quite a bit done. I've worked on it. I worked on it New Year's Eve, and then I pulled it out and worked on it for like 3 days sometime this year. But that's what I have done on it so far. So, whenever I use a wheel app, and whenever it lands like on Nora Corbett Mirabilia, that's when I stitch on this, because it is a stitch-along. Once that's done, then I'll pull out another one. But for now, and this is, where did I get this bag? I don't know. At Etsy, I think, because you know me, I love my gnomes. Okay. And of course, my lawn dog. And I got this from Debbie, I believe. And this is Lawn Dog Quinto Acuto, the pointed fifth. And I can't tell you how much I love stitching on this. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love it. So I usually work on this the last Friday of the month. Now I just felt that needle. There it is. This is on 28 count Lugana. The color is Gingerbread by Picture This Plus. I want more of this fabric. I am in love with this fabric. So that's as wide as it's going to be. That's how much I have done. So it's mostly one color. It's all black. There's a tiny bit of back stitching. Most of the back stitching's in black. A little bit in white. Oh my gosh. I can stitch a lot in a day. And it's I think it's been picked twice already on my WIP Go this year. I know at least once. So I got a lot stitched on that. But this is like one of my favorite pieces. And I won't be able to afford to have it framed, but somehow it's going to get put on some type of cardboard or something so I can at least hang it, like set it up on a shelf. Yeah. Okay. So that is one piece that I do work on every month. But that color fit, that fabric is just amazing. So this was a stitch along. We started with me and I can see her face. It's Marissa's sister Tammy. I'm telling you, some days my mind is just lately. So this is Shannon Christine's Loads of Love. Some people finished it. I am almost done. So when my wheel app lands on Shannon Christine, this is what I will be pulling out, and I will finish it. Because that's all I have left is to finish this square and then do the other 2 squares, and then it's done. This is a lot of fun to stitch on. And dropping pens. And what's this one? Oh. I have not stitched on these in a while. I don't know why they're in that drawer. But, oh, because when I finish Minerva, then I want to finish this. So this is a Mirabilia August Peridot Fairy. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors. And this calls for DMC and Mill Hill beads and crystal treasures. And I don't know what the fabric is. I don't remember what the fabric is, but I have this much done. Look at that wing. Look at those colors. I am not in the greens, but oh my God. Yeah, I want to finish this. And this is a Mirabilia, so it's bigger than the Nora Corbett's. But yeah, love this. So she's in the drawer because after Minerva's done, I want to finish her. And then another one, it's because it shares the same bag. It's not necessarily what I'll do after I finish this. But this is Mirabilia. And it is called July's Amethyst Fairy. July's Amethyst Fairy. And I don't know, oh, there it is for the fabric. The fabric is a cashel linen 32 count by Silk Weaver. The color is a solo, so there was no color name for it. Okay, you need to come down here. Okay. And this is going to be big. So that's all I have done on it so far. So that's going to be big. And again, another old bag. Okay, and then last but not least is my owl beaded kit. This is thanks to Heidi, because Heidi's doing a winter one I absolutely love. I didn't want to do the same one as her. And I had to save the money for it because these are expensive. It cost almost $200, including the shipping, which was expensive. Because it's all beads, it is very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. I wanted a Maine Coon cat that was on there, but when I finally had the money, it was gone. So I had Scott help me pick out a kit. I thought he would go for one of the wild cats, but he picked this owl. So I think of my mom, because my mom and my sister and I love owls, but so did my grandmother. My mom's still alive, but my grandmother passed away. So this I'm doing in honor of my grandmother, and when I stitch this, I can think of my mom and my sister. And Like I said, it's full coverage. It's all beads. That's all that. It's no cross stitching, just beads. Is that right? That's how much I have done already. So I'm on page 2, I think. I'm on page 2. Yeah, there's no cross stitching, just beads, and it's huge. So this is going to take me a while to do it. I can do a lot of beads in one day. I forget how many I usually can do in one day. So I usually try to work on this the last Wednesday of every month in my Zoom. But yeah, this is one of my pride and joys to stitch on. And you get everything. You even get these. You have to put the beads in, but the label's already on it. The labels are on the beads. You get the you get needles, your fabric. It is 14 count Aida. It's very soft. You cannot put it on Q-snaps because you'll break the beads. So it's all done in hand. So that was my last thing to show you. And that's it. That's everything that I've started. There's a lot more I'm starting this year. So the end of this year, the WIP parade at the end of this year, since this is over 2 hours, it's going to be a lot longer. It's probably going to be 3 hours long, just to let you know. And I don't plan on starting anything new in the next couple years unless it's from the Stitchy Witch. I think that's her name. She's the one that did the cryptids and the supernatural, because if she does any more like those two, I have to do them. So my friends already know that those are my only exception to no new starts. Heidi doesn't think I can do it, but Danielle knows that I can do the no new starts because I did it last year. And I was able to do it last year. And with all of these new starts, all of these WIPs, I really don't need to start anything new. So anything that I have sitting in this house that I know I really, really want to work on in the next few years, I have to start it by the last day of this year. So I'm trying to fit it all in. I did forget to show. There's 2 things. There's 2 more things I forgot to show you. What the hell? I am so bad. I got 2 more things. Because I think they're sitting here because I didn't make a project sheet. So I started the Haid Ornament the Enchanted Christmas Snowman by Donna Gelsinger. This is also a stitch along we're doing in Zoom. See, I told you I would find more. And so I started it. Where did I start it? Oh. I started it down here because it's circular. So I started at the very edge on the side. So that's all I have done. So yeah, see, I knew I had a couple more. Okay, so that was another one I started. This started in July. But I need to make a project sheet for that. And I started the Fantasia Stitch Along by Story Stitches. The Fantasia. And I'm doing it on this fabric. This is called Lucy and Ricky 28 count even weave by Fortnite Fabrics. I'm trying to think. Is that it? I think that's it. So that's all I got done on it. Not much, but it's a start. Okay, so I swear that should be it. That is started. If I forgot something, you'll know the end of this month. Oh my gosh, can I keep things straight? Yes, I have a system and it's working for me. Yep. So how many WIPs do I have? Where's that notebook? Fantasia. Did I start anything after Fantasia? Let me see. Yes. That was that. No, yeah, I already showed those two, but they're not written. I don't think they're written in here. No, they're not. 1, 2, so 85, 86, 87. 87 WIPs I already have this year. So yeah, I will have over 100. Yeah, okay. I will have over 100. Can you believe that? Am I overwhelmed by that many? No. Nope. They're already put aside. I know what I have, and I know, how many. But I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all. I just look at them and they're on a wheel app and they're in a notebook. So my notebook is one of these. What is it? Composition book. So like I have here, it says just cross stitch Halloween. So everything on here is all the just cross stitch Halloween ones that I started, that are already started, is in WIPs. And the date I started them, they're in order. So when I spin the wheel and it lands on just cross stitch Halloween, I start at the top one, and that's the one I work on until that one's done. So that's how I have that. And then I have one that's Nora Corbett / Mirabilia. I have all the WIPs on there. I have, okay, Nora Corbett has its own, Mirabilia has its own page. I have Haid, and then I have that sectioned off by Story Keep, Quick Stitch, Mini, or Full. I have Small Kits. I have Other, which is, like Halloween Quaker, that Princess in the Castle, my lawn dog, the On the Beach, and I have Shannon Christine has her own page along with, and I share that page with Erin Elizabeth, Tiny Modernist, Carolyn Manning, La Petites, Luca S. The other 4 full coverage, they have their own Facebook group, is Charting Creations, Cross Stitch Studio, Pain Free, and Cross Stitch for Everyone. I think that's what it's called. And now I have one for Owl Forest because we're starting a couple more this year. So whenever the wheel lands on like Haid, it will say either Haid Story Keep, Haid Quick Stitch. It will tell me which one it landed on. And then I pick the oldest WIP. But right now, I'm really trying to finish up that Stocking Dragon so I can give that to Justin. So, yes, there is a madness. There is a method to my madness. And, yeah. And that is what the New Year's Eve day, it is called Method for My Madness. We are going to stitch a new project every hour on the hour. But like I said, Deanne thought it was a really good idea, and I agreed to have your fabric ready, put in a couple of stitches sometime in December, so when you wake up, you have your breakfast and your coffee and you're ready for the day. You can pick up your first one and you don't have to figure out and count where you got to start. It'll already be started for you. Me, I'm doing a lot of the Carolyn Mannings on perforated paper. Hold on. So I probably won't need to do that with the perforated paper because I'm going to start at the very top left. I'm not going to really need to do any counting. I'm just going to pick up that first color and stitch with it. So I plan on doing most of those and I have a lot set aside, and there's a few other things, but in December 1st, I'm just going to start a lot of stuff. Every day I'm going to spend maybe half an hour just starting something new that I want to have started before the end of the year. And this is not a stitch along. I know Christy asked me about, you know, doing the everything in December, or not stitching, no new starts for the next 5 years. No, it's not a stitch along. It's nothing like that. It's just something that I'm doing. Danielle's going to try to do it. So it's just to get some of this stuff done and out, you know, and finished. Some will be gifts. I already know that. There's a couple of them. I already know when they're finished where they are going. I'm not saying, but I do have quite a few. Do I have a big list of what I want to start? Oh, absolutely. I have a top drawer of this dresser. It's full. It's getting full. And the second drawer is also getting full of what I want to start. The top drawer is what's already kitted up as far as fabric. So that's ready. The second drawer is things that I really want to start and I need to get the fabric for. I have a lot of Hades I'm still going to start, or at least other full coverages. They're my favorite. If I never finish them in this lifetime, am I fine with that? Yes, I am. I don't know what will happen to my stuff when I'm gone. I don't have anybody in my family to pass it on down to. I didn't have any daughters. My sons know how to cross stitch, they just don't do it anymore. And yeah, I don't have anybody to hand it on down. So my boys know if something happens to me, they'll post on Facebook and let people know, you know, if you want any of this, come get it. Scott knows that, you know, that includes all my coloring stuff, all my diamond paintings, and all my reading books. So, yeah. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of money tied up into this. Do I really need to buy more fabric? No. If Scott says I can't give you money for fabric for that, am I okay with that? Yeah. Yeah, I have and I still have a lot of fabric here. I mean, I still have a lot of stuff here that I can start if I can't start some of the other ones. So it's not a big deal. Plus I have all those mini kits. Remember all those little kits I showed you? I have a lot of those that would keep me going for the rest of the year as well if I started them. So I'm good. I'm good. But there is still fabric I need to buy. So and today I bought a chart. And I did tell them I bought the chart. So, you know, if I have, you know, whenever, if I have $20 extra next week, I'll buy me another piece of fabric for the next thing I need it for. I'm good on fabric until the end of August. So I need to buy some more for September, October, November, December. But I'm good. It's really windy out there. But that's it for today. I told you it would be a long one. And so the end of the year, the WIP parade, it probably will say end of 2023, beginning of 2024 WIP parade. And that's, you know, I don't know what I will be working on all year next year, because I do WIP Go and I use the wheel app. So there are things that probably won't get touched for at least a year. Some things are going to be every month. But, yeah, so that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you're looking for any of the patterns somewheres, I hope that you're able to find them. I do not know how any of these, if any of the Mirabilias or Noras that I have, if they're out of print. If they are out of print and you want the chart, let me know. You know, I'll put your name on the chart and get it out to you when I finish it, if I still can contact you at the time I finish it. I know a couple of them are probably already spoken for. Yeah. So, I will see you all at the end of the month on what I worked on for this month. You all have a great day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.